students, how are you? Today we are going to start the remaining set of the questions of additional one, because earlier I have sent you the additional questions, one set of the questions I have sent you. Now we shall see some more questions in detail. Now I am taking the questions of 3 mark and 4 marks. Okay, normally these questions are very frequent to come in the examinations. However, these questions are not given in our textbook. So separately we need to solve these questions. So let us see the first question of today's. First question I am taking. As you can see, we have given that the value of x equal to 5 minus 2 under root of 6. It is given the value of x. Then we have to find out the value of x square plus 1 upon x square. And second, we have to find out the value of x cube plus 1 upon x cube. Okay. So one thing you observe, in both the parts, I require the value of 1 upon x. So first I will find out the value of 1 upon x. So here, since I can say that the value of x is 5 minus 2 under root of 6. So therefore, here I can say that the value of 1 upon x is, because I can suppose here in the upon of x is 1 and in the upon of 5 minus 2 under root of 6 is also we can suppose as 1. Okay. So here if I make the reciprocal of both the terms, it will become 1 upon x and this will become 1 upon 5 minus 2 under root of 6. Now further, I am rationalizing the denominator. So multiplying and dividing by 5 plus 2 under root of 6 and dividing by 5 plus 2 under root of 6. Okay, you know that how to rationalize the denominator. For rationalizing, I am multiplying and dividing by the same denominator, only the sign between the term I am changing. Since here given minus, I am taking plus. Okay, now 1 upon x will become here the value of 1 upon x. Here since 1 I am multiplying in 5 plus 2 under root of 6. So this will become same only 5 plus 2 under root of 6 upon. Now here I can write down the formula a minus b into a plus b. So a minus b into a plus b. The formula is here a square minus b square. Okay, who is my a here? The value of a is here 5 and the value of b is here 2 under root of 6. So I will write down in the form a square minus b square 2 under root of 6. As you can see, the 5 minus 2 under root of 6 is in the form of a minus b and 5 plus 2 under root of 6 will be in the form of a plus b. Now several times we have done the process of rationalization, so you can easily find out this is a minus b and this is a plus b. A minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. Now further, 5 plus 2 under root of 6 I am writing as it is here. Okay, and upon square of 5 will become here 25 minus square of 2 will be here 4, and one more thing, now I have to square of root of 6. The square and square root will be cancelled, remaining is here 6. So I can say that therefore the value of 1 upon x will be equal to 5 plus 2 under root of 6 upon 25 minus 24, because 6 into 4 will become here 24. So we can say it will be 5 plus 2 under root of 6 upon 1. And since 1 there is no required to write down in denominator, so I can say final value will be 5 plus 2 under root of 6. This will be the value of 1 upon x. Okay, now here I need to find out the value of x square plus 1 upon x square. So for this I will use one special formula. I have to use here the formula, since a square plus b square is equal to a plus b whole square minus 2ab. Okay, now I am replacing here in this formula, I am replacing the value of a as x and b as 1 upon x. So replace, we are replacing the value, okay, the value of a I am keeping here x and b I am keeping here as 1 upon x. So let us replace the value. This will become here x square. Okay, this will become the x square. plus b I am replacing by 1 upon x. This will become 1 upon x whole power 2 is equal to a plus b. So that will be x plus 1 upon x, okay, whole power 2 minus 2 into x into 1 upon x. Okay, everywhere the value of a and b I kept. Now here you can observe directly x and x I can cancel. This will remain now x square plus 1 upon x square, because square of 1 will be equal to 1, and directly I wrote the square of x. Now x plus 1 upon x. Look at the term x over here. So x is given to us in the question as 5 minus 2 under root of 6. So that value I can put up here, 5 minus 2 under root of 6. This will be the value of x. Now what is the value of 1 upon x? Value of 1 upon x, just now we found, that is 5 plus 2 under root of 6, right? And its whole power is 2 and minus 2 is lying over there. 2 root 6 and 2 root 6 will be cancelled, right? So who will remain here? 5 plus 5, that will become 10, and square of 10, what it would be? Square of 10 will be equal to 100 minus 2. So I can say that therefore the value of, I will write down in the side over here, the value of x square plus 1 upon x square is equal to 98. This will be the answer of part number 1. Okay, similarly we can find out the answer of second part also. How we can find out the answer of second part? Let us see. Here I will make some changes in the formula. The formula I have written here. Now in this formula only the changes need to be done. Okay, so let us see what changes we are making here. First of all, I will rewrite the formula. Okay, so we need to find out now the value of x cube plus 1 upon x cube. So for this I will use the formula a cube plus b cube. The formula is a plus b whole power 3 minus 3ab into the bracket a plus b. Okay, please remember these two formulas. While doing such kind of question, you will be required these formulas frequently. Okay, now again I am replacing value of a by x and b by 1 upon x. Okay, so value of a I am keeping here x. So x cube plus b will be 1 upon x, that will be 1 upon x whole cube is equal to x plus 1 upon x whole power 3 minus 3 into value of a x and b will be 1 upon x, and then x plus 1 upon x again. Now the right hand side I will simplify. X plus 1 upon x. Again I will put up the value of x and 1 upon x. That will be 5 plus 2 under root of 6, and 1 upon x is 5 minus 2 under root of 6 whole power 3 as it is, minus here x and x got cancelled. Okay, who will remain again here? 3 into the bracket. Once again I will write down 5 plus 2 under root of 6 plus 5 minus 2 under root of 6. It will be a better practice if you find out the value of x plus 1 upon x in the beginning of the question. Means in the beginning, after finding the value of x and 1 upon x, and before you apply the formula, you can find out the value of x plus 1 upon x. So see, directly we can put up the value. Okay, so here that kind of things you please take care. Now 2 root 6 on both the places I will cancel. Here 5 plus 5 will become 10. So I get here 10 cube minus 3 into, again 5 plus 5 will become here 10. So 10 cube is here 1000 minus 30. Okay, so I can say that therefore the value of x plus 1 upon x cube is equal to 1000 minus 30 will be equal to 970. Okay, so this will be the answer of second question. This is the most frequent question comes in the examination, and many times the students are not able to solve this question because they don't know how to solve it. Okay, but I hope now by doing these two parts you will be able to solve such kind of questions by your own. Now let us see the second question. Okay, second question I am writing on the board. Let me rub the board first. Now in the second question we have given that simplify question number 2. Simplify, and we have to simplify here. One term is given to us, 7 upon 2 root of 3 minus under root of 5, okay, minus 2 upon under root of 3 plus under root of 2, and then again minus 3 upon under root of 5 minus under root of 2. Okay, so this particular expression is given to us and we have to simplify this expression. Now see, this expression we can't simplify all together. We can simplify all the together, but it will be too lengthy for us. So we will do one thing. This is called as our first part, second part and third part. All the three parts I will simplify separately and then I will put up the value in the main expression to get the final answer. So here I am telling it first part. So who is my first part? First part is given as here 7 upon 2 under root of 3 minus under root of 5. For that I will multiply and divide by the same denominator, only the sign I will change. So that will be 2 under root of 3 plus under root of 5. Okay, whole divided by again same term 2 under root of 3 plus under root of 5. Now observe, the numerator I will multiply with numerator and denominator I will multiply with denominator. So first of all, 7 is going to multiply with 2 root of 3. You know that 7 is free from the root and 2 also free from the root. So 7 and 2 will multiply, that will become 14 under root of 3. Similarly, the 7 will multiply further. 7 will multiply with root of 5, it will become 7 under root of 5. Okay, this is your second term. Upon, in the denominator always you need to apply the formula a minus b into a plus b, that is a square minus b square. So these terms are coming in the one pattern particularly. See, the first term is 2 under root of 3. So write down the first term, 2 under root of 3 whole power 2 minus under root of 5 again whole power 2 over here, right? Now let us simplify. So this will be 14 under root of 3 plus 7 under root of 5. That will be as it is, because that we can't simplify. Here root of 3 is coming and here root of 5 is coming. So that is not possible to simplify further. But denominator we can simplify. What is a square of 2 here? Square of 2 will be equal to 4 into square of root of 3 will become here 3. Because while I am squaring the root of 3, square root and square got cancelled. Same way, the square of root of 5 will become here 5. So what will be the final value? 14 under root of 3 plus 7 under root of 5 upon, now see here, what is remaining? 4 into 3, 12, and 12 minus 5 will become here 7, right? Now, if I didn't multiply 7 inside, then 7 was a multiple. But no problem, we can take 7 common from the numerator. So suppose if 7 I am taking common from the numerator, in place of 14, it will remain again 2. And the whole term will be 2 under root of 3. Okay. Similarly, from here also, I am taking 7 common. So only under root of 5 will remain here. And upon 7 lying as it is. Okay, now 7 and 7 we can cancel. So I can say that therefore the value of first part I am getting as, first part I can say the value is coming 2 under root of 3 plus under root of 5. Now let us see the second part. Second part, what we have given? Second part is given to us 2 upon under root of 3 plus under root of 2. Again I am rationalizing the denominator. So root of 3 minus root of 2 I will multiply, and root of 3 minus root of 2 I will divide. Okay. Now 2 I will multiply inside. So 2 under root of 3 minus 2 under root of 2, because 2 is multiplying in both the terms. Since both the terms are of root, so simply 2 we can write down in the beginning. In the denominator, I will apply the formula of a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square. So remember, square of first term, right, minus square of second term. That will be the shorter way to find out the value of a square minus b square. Square of first term minus the square of second term. So this will be 2 under root of 3 will be as it is, minus 2 under root of 2. And one thing you observe here, square root of root of 3 will become here 3, and square of root of 2 will become here 2. Why? Because square and square root in both the places has been cancelled. And 3 minus 2, what will be there? It will remain 1. So I am carrying further 2 root of 3 minus 2 root of 2. Okay. Now let us see the part number third part. In third part, you observe what we have given, that 3 upon under root of 5 minus under root of 2. Let us multiply and divide. So root of 5 plus root of 2, I am multiplying and dividing here. So what will come? 3 I am keeping as it is. Okay, outside 3 I am not multiplying inside, because it may be possibility over there 3 can be cancelled with the terms of denominator. So 3 I am keeping as it is, and root of 5 plus root of 2 will be in the bracket, upon square of first term minus square of second term. That will be under root of 5 whole power 2 minus under root of 2 whole power 2. So this will be 3 into the bracket under root of 5 plus under root of 2 upon, see, what will be the square of root of 5? Square of root of 5 will be 5, and square of root of 2 will be equal to 2. Square and square root are cancelled. 5 minus 2 will be equal to 3. So I can say this will be 3 under root of 5, 3 in the bracket under root of 5 plus under root of 2 upon 3 will come. 3 and 3 got cancelled. So final value is coming root of 5 plus root of 2. Okay. Now let us find out the final value of all the 3 expressions after adding or subtracting. So we can say that therefore required answer or required value is equal to, required value will be equal to first part minus second part minus third part, because accordingly the signs are given, first minus second minus third. So what is the value of first part here? First part, as you can see, the value is coming 2 root of 3, 2 under root of 3 plus under root of 5. This will be the value of part number 1. Minus, what will be the value of second part here? Look at second part. Second part here 3 minus 2 became 1. So 1 I am leaving. I am writing these two terms only. So in the bracket we shall write down 2 under root of 3 minus 2 under root of 2. And similarly, what is the value of third part? Third part we have root of 5 plus root of 2. Remember, here you have to apply the brackets. Okay. Now first bracket if I release, then I know that before this bracket there is a positive sign. So there will be no change of sign. So this will become 2 under root of 3 plus root of 5. Similarly, here minus sign I multiplied here. So this will become minus sign of 2 under root of 3 plus 2 under root of 2. Sign of both the terms will change because minus sign is multiplying. Same way, multiply minus sign here also. This is minus of under root of 5 minus of under root of 2. Now those terms which are same but the signs are different, they will be cancel it directly. For example, 2 under root of 3 and 2 under root of 3 is cancelled. root of 5 and root of 5 is also cancelled. Okay, now who will remain basically? 2 under root of 2 and minus root of 2. So from 2 root of 2, if 1 root of 2 I subtract, remaining is how many root of 2? Only 1 root of 2. And this will be the answer of this question. Okay, we can see how question lengthy it is. This question is especially very lengthy. It will come for 4 marks in the examination. So once you can have a look of the whole question, I am writing the next question over here. Now in the next question we have given that question number 3rd. Okay, so 3rd question I am writing. Let us see the question number 3rd. Now in 3rd question we have given that, in question number 3rd we have given that 81 to the power 1 by 2. This question is from laws of exponent. So 81 to the power 1 by 2 bracket 64 to the power 1 by 3, okay, plus 125 to the power 1 by 3, bracket close, and whole power is given here 3, okay, and bracket close, and then whole power is given as 1 by 4. Now let us see how we can simplify this whole question. First of all, see 81 how I can write down, 64 how we can write down in the prime factors. So you know that 64 I can write down as 2 to the power 6, or else I can write down 4 to the power 3. See, there are two ways. We can write down 64 as 2 to the power 6, or we can write down 4 to the power 3. As you can see here, power is given 1 upon 3, and 4 to the power 3 is again coming with the power 3 over there. So 3 and 1 upon 3 could be cancelled. So we shall prefer here write down in the form of 4 to the power 3. Same way 81 I can write down 3 to the power 4, but if I choose 9 to the power 2, then 2 and 1 upon 2 can be cancelled. So 81 I will write down as 9 to the power 2. Okay, 125 we do not have any choice, that we can write down as 5 to the power 3 only. So let us see how we can write down. First of all, I am writing here as, once we can check the question, yes. So 9 to the power 2 whole power 1 by 2 in the bracket, this one I wrote 4 to the power 3 whole power 1 by 3 plus 5 to the power 3 whole power 1 upon 3, okay, and this 1 upon 4 power will be as it is. I just wrote them in the form of prime factors as per the requirement. Now you know that one thing, if a term contain 2 power, their powers will get multiplied. So 9 to the power, this will be 2 into 1 by 2 into bracket 4 to the power 3 into 1 by 3 plus 5 to the power 3 into 1 by 3. Okay, and then whole power is given here as 1 upon 4. Here I am writing the formula. A to the power m whole power n is equal to a to the power m into n. Now here 2 and 2 got cancelled, 3 and 3 got cancelled, again 3 and 3 got cancelled. So now remaining is here 9 to the power 1 into, now here you observe 4 and plus 5 is only remaining. So remaining is here 4 plus 5. So we can say that 4 plus 5 and whole power it will be 1 upon 4. 4 plus 5 will become here 9, and that 9 will multiply to this 9. So 9 into 9 whole power 1 by 4. What is the value of 9 into 9? This 4 plus 5 became 9, and 9 into 9 will be equal to 81. So 81 to the power 1 by 4. So now the matter comes, again we need to write down 81 either as a prime factor of 3, or we can write down as a prime factor of 9. Okay, actually 9 is not a prime factor, but we can write down as a factor of 9. But you observe if 81 I write down as 3 to the power 4, then you see 4 and this 1 upon 4 will be cancelled each other. So I will continue here writing 81 as 3 to the power 4. You select the factors in such a way that would be convenient according to the whole power given to you. That should be easily cancelled, because see, now 3 is containing two different powers, and with the help of same formula I can say that both the powers will be multiplied. So this will be 3 to the power 4 into 1 upon 4. 4 and 4 will be cancelled. This will be 3 to the power 1, or you can say that the answer is 3. This is your answer of the third question. Okay. Now let us see the question number 4. In the fourth question, again the questions are given of rationalization. So see, students, these questions are frequent to come. You are always advised to solve the questions of rationalization by your own. Some more questions you try. I will try to give you the homework as much as possible of this kind of question, but you also try some questions by your own. Okay. Now I am writing the question number 4. So fourth question is given as, let me write down the question. Here, fourth question is given as, if 7 plus 3 under root of 5, 7 plus 3 under root of 5 upon 3 plus under root of 5, 3 plus under root of 5 minus, then second term is given here, 7 minus 3 under root of 5 upon 3 minus under root of 5 is equal to, we have given that a plus b root of 5 is equal to, we have given a plus b under root of 5. Then we have to find out the value of a and b. This is my question. So value of a and b I need to find out. Now see, in this question you can say, as second question we have done, this is my first part and this is my second part. So I need to find out the rationalization of the first term denominator and similarly second term denominator, and then we can add up and we can find out the final value of left hand side, but that will become very lengthy in such kind of questions. So see what we can do it. In this question, one flexibility, one simplicity is there. You observe the two denominator. One denominator is a conjugate of the other. What is the meaning of conjugate here? Observe here, if it is given plus sign, then same term is given along with the different sign. In place of plus, they are taking minus. So we can say that this is a conjugate of this one, or this one is a conjugate of this one. For example, if I say 3 plus 2 under root of 5. So 3 plus 2 under root of 5, what is the conjugate of this one? 3 minus 2 under root of 5. Same term, only with the different sign between the two terms are given. So in this kind of question where the denominators are conjugate of each other, we can simplify directly. Means I will take the multiplication of denominators. I will multiply both the denominators, 3 plus under root of 5 and then multiplied with 3 minus under root of 5. As we take the LCM while adding or subtracting two fractions, same way I am here doing in the same manner. So first of all, both the denominators I kept in the multiplication. Then I am cross multiplying. So this particular term will be multiplied to this one. So 7 plus 3 under root of 5 would be multiplied to 3 minus under root of 5. Similarly, then minus sign will come, and this term 7 minus 3 under root of 5 will multiply to 3 plus root of 5. So 7 minus 3 under root of 5 will multiply further with 3 plus under root of 5. And here we need to carry a plus b under root of 5 as it is. Okay. Now, first of all, let us simplify the numerator. So see, while simplifying the numerator, I know that the 7 here, first term you are looking 7. Okay, 7 will multiply into this whole bracket. Same way, 3 under root of 5 will also multiply in the whole bracket. Similar way, this 7 and 3 root 5 again will multiply one by one in the whole bracket, 3 plus under root of 5. So let us write down that terms in the same form. 7 multiplied with 3 minus under root of 5 plus 3 under root of 5 multiplied with 3 minus under root of 5. Okay, then minus 7 will be there because minus 7 also I am taking it. So minus 7 will multiplied with 3 plus under root of 5. Okay, and this minus and minus became plus. So plus 3 under root of 5 multiplied with again 3 plus under root of 5. Now further in the denominator, see what will happen in denominator. Denominator, it will be a routine work, a plus b into a minus b. That will be a square minus b square. The square of 3 minus under root of 5 whole power 2 is equal to, the term is given here as a plus b under root of 5. Okay. Now multiply the terms in the numerator. 7 multiplied by 3 will become 21. 7 multiplied to minus of root of 5, that will be 7 under root of 5. Similarly, 3 under root of 5 multiplied to 3. So here 3 and 3 will multiply, that will become 9, and root of 5 we shall write down as it is. Remember, you have to multiply the similar kind of terms. So 3 and 3 are similar kind, and root of 5 I am writing as it is. While in the next term you observe 3 root of 5 I will multiply to root of 5. So root of 5 and root of 5 will multiply, while 3 I will write down as it is. I hope the signs are clear to you. Here plus multiply to minus will become minus. So 3 I am writing as it is, into root of 5 into root of 5 will become here 5. Same way, minus of 7 multiplied to 3, that will be minus of 21. Minus of 7 multiplied to plus root of 5, that will be minus of 7 under root of 5. Right? Then 3 root of 5 multiplied to 3, that will become plus 9 under root of 5. Same way as I wrote here. And 3 root of 5 multiplied to root of 5, that will become plus 3 into 5. Okay, in the denominator. Now simplify the terms of denominator also. Square of 3 is 9 minus the square of root of 5. The square and square root got cancelled. This will remain 5 is equal to, the right hand side you carry as it is until we got the simplification part of left hand side. Now let us cancel some terms which can be cancelled directly. 21 and 21 we can cancel. Minus 3 into 5, this will become 15, and plus 3 into 5, this will become 15. So this one and this one can be cancelled directly. Now one thing you observe, 9 under root of 5 minus 7 under root of 5, both are of root of 5 only. So from 9 I can subtract 7. This will remain 2 under root of 5. Same thing, exactly same thing is happening here also. From 9 root of 5 I can cancel 7 root of 5. Okay, I can subtract. So 9 minus 7 will become here plus 2 under root of 5, and 9 minus 5 will be equal to 4, right? Is equal to a plus b under root of 5. Now again you observe both the terms are like terms only, because here also root of 5 is coming and here also root of 5 is coming. So this 2 and 2 we can add, that will become 4 under root of 5 upon 4 will be equal to a plus b under root of 5. Now 4 and 4 cancelled. So what is remaining here? Only remain under root of 5 is equal to a plus b under root of 5. Okay, here along with root of 5 there is no term, I can assume 0. Now we shall compare the similar terms. So I will write down here comparing similar terms. Comparing similar terms. Okay, now what is the meaning of comparing similar terms? Observe here b under root of 5, here root of 5 is coming, and here also root of 5 is coming. So these two terms are root terms, they are similar, and here a is free from the root and 0 is also free from the root. So that can be compared. So I can say that 0 will be equal to a and under root of 5 will be equal to b under root of 5. Here root of 5 and root of 5 we can cancel. So remaining is 1. Remember, I did not subtract, I just divide it. So remaining is 1. So I can say that the value of a will be equal to 0. That is my first answer. And b will be equal to 1. That will be the second answer. Okay. So have a look of the whole question. If I don't think you should have any confusion. Here this complicated part you need to handle very carefully, then easily you will get the solution of this question. Now let us see quickly the next question. Next question is, we have given that question number 5. So let me rub this one first. Question number 5 is given as, these questions are lengthy, so normally these are time consuming questions, okay, in comparison to the questions we have covered earlier. So these are all 4 mark questions I am taking it today, okay. So question number, now I am taking 5. In the 5th question, what we have given? We have given that simplify, we have to simplify one given expression. So what is the given things? We have given that 1 upon under root of 2 plus 1, then plus 1 upon under root of 3 plus under root of 2, okay, then plus again 1 upon under root of 4 plus under root of 3, and one more term is given 1 upon under root of 5 plus under root of 4. Now you will say, again we have to simplify this one as first part, second part, third part and fourth part, and all the 4 parts you simplify, put up the value here and then find out the final answer. But students, this is not the correct way I can say yes we will solve in this manner, because if we are solving in that manner, the question will become more and more lengthy. However, in this question, we have given one particular pattern. So first of all, we shall simplify only term number 1. Then we shall identify the pattern, what kind of pattern is given in the question, and accordingly, directly, the value we can find out of second part, third part and fourth part. Okay. So let us see the part number first. This one I am going to simplify. So let us consider 1 upon under root of 2 plus and 1 is equal to 1 upon under root of 2 plus 1. I am rationalizing it. Okay. So I will multiply and divide by root 2 minus 1 and divide all by also root 2 minus 1. In 1, if I multiply root 2 minus 1, that will become root 2 minus 1 only. Okay. There is no change. Upon. Here I will apply the formula a plus b into a minus b. So a square minus b square. So what is my a here? Root of 2. Square of first term minus square of second term. That is 1 square. Now further, root 2 minus 1 I can write down as it is, upon here the square root and the square will be cancelled. So remaining is here 2 minus 1. Square of 1 is 1 there. So I can say therefore 1 upon under root of 2 plus 1 is equal to root 2 minus 1, because 2 minus 1 is 1 and 1 we can leave it. One small change I am making it here. I think you should not have any objection if this 1 I write down as under root of 1. So now observe the pattern. Here this one, for making the pattern more clear, I am making this one also under root of 1. Okay. Now see the pattern. Observe the term coming in the denominator, same term is coming at the place of numerator with change of sign. Here plus, then it will be minus. Now you observe, if I write down in the similar way 1 upon under root of 3 plus under root of 2. If this value I write down, same term I need to write down, only sign I have to change between them. So root of 3 minus root of 2. Similarly, what can be the value of 1 upon under root of 4 plus under root of 3? Same term write down, change the sign. So root of 4 minus root of 3. And the last term is 1 upon under root of 5 plus under root of 4. It will be equal to root of 5 minus root of 4. So see, one term shows the way, the pattern, and that we can apply on the all the other terms. Now this all value, let me put in the whole expression. So you can say that required value is equal to, so required value will be equal to, what is the first value? Root 2 minus root 1. So let me put up root 2 minus root 1. Since all the terms are positive, so we shall not apply the bracket, we can write down directly because there is no change of sign. Plus, what will be the value of second term? Root 3 minus under root of 2. Right? Then third value, 1 upon root 4 plus root of 3. That will be plus under root of 4 minus under root of 3. And then last one is root of 5 minus under root of 4. Now you observe which terms are directly cancelled. Root of 2 with root of 2. Okay. Root of 3 with root of 3. And root of 4 with root of 4. They all are cancelled because they are same, but they have the different sign. Now root of 5 I am writing here, that is in the beginning because it is positive, and root of 1 again we can write down into its original form, that is 1. This will be the answer of this question. This question also comes for 4 marks. It may possible they will increase the number of terms here. Okay, here 4 terms are given, they may increase 2 or 3 more terms, but I think that will not hamper you a lot because already you got the pattern. In the similar way you can cancel it. One thing you note here, the last term whatever the value is coming, root 5, and the first term root 1, these two only will remain, means in between that who will come, that all will be cancelled. Okay, so this is the answer of this particular question. In this way you can easily solve it. In the reference book, if you see, some more number of terms are inserted. They are going till root of 9 plus root of 8 also. Okay, so only the lengthiness will be there, rest of the method will be same. Now let us see the last question of today's, and I hope the additional question of chapter number 1 will get over. If I found some more question, definitely I will share with you. Now let us see the last question. Last question, question number 6, I am solving it. That is from laws of exponent. So let me write down the question here. Question number 6. We have given that 6th question, 2 into 4th root. Remember, I am reading here 4th root of 81 minus 8 into cube root of 216. Okay, and then plus 15 fifth root of 32, and second last term is given square root of 225, and minus the term is given again 4th root of 16. Okay, so we have given that this expression, this one we need to simplify. First of all, remember this one, it is given in the form of radical form. So radical form always you can convert into exponent form. For example, suppose I have given one particular term whose root is given b and here it is given a. So this is called as the radical form of any expression. Okay, and I can convert into exponent form. So how I can convert? A will come as it is, and this b will be reciprocal. Actually b I am supposing as b upon 1. So it will be reciprocal, it will become 1 upon b. Okay, the same manner, first of all we can reciprocal all the terms. However, by keeping in the same form also, you can find out the answer. But since you have not covered the radical form and its simplification, so I am converting into exponential form and then I am doing it as usual. Okay, so let me convert first of all these radical form into exponential form. So I hope it is clear to you. For example, one more example, suppose if I take to make you clear how it is going to convert. For example, it is given 7th root of 5. Okay, so 5 I will write down as it is, and this 7 I will say it is 7 upon 1. So I need to make a reciprocal of 7 upon 1, that will be 1 upon 7. So this is called as the exponential form, while this is called as the radical form. Both are same, only we are converting the form one to another. Okay. So now let us convert them. So if I convert, this will be 2 will be as it is 81 to the power 1 upon 4, because 4 is there. 4 I will assume as 4 upon 1, it will become 1 upon 4, minus 8 into 216 whole power, it would be 1 upon 3, plus 15 into 32 to the whole power 1 upon 5. Okay, now square root of 225, it is not required, we can find out directly. How? The root of 225 I can write down as 15 into 15, because I know that 225 is a square of 15. So I can write down simply as 15 into 15. If you don't know, then you can make the factors of 225 and you can find out as usual. And 16 to the power 1 by 4, I can write down like this. 16 to the power 1 by 4. Now 81 I will write down here as 2 into 3 to the power 4 whole power 1 by 4, minus 8 into 6 to the power 3 whole power 1 by 3. Similarly 15 into, you know that 32 if you factorize, then 2 will come 5 times. We have seen earlier. Okay. So 32 I am writing here as 2 to the power 5 whole power 1 by 5, plus here pair is complete out. So this will be plus 15 minus 2 to the power 4 whole power 1 upon 4. Okay. Now here 4 and 1 upon 4 will be cancelled because they both will be multiplied. The formula you know it, that is a to the power m whole power n is equal to a to the power m into n, minus 8 into 6 to the power 3 into 1 upon 3, plus 15 into 2 to the power 5 into 1 upon 5, plus 15 minus 2 to the power, this will become 4 into 1 upon 4. Okay, I am not writing the formula again and again because now you know it very well. So 4 and 4 cancel, 3 and 3 cancel, again 5 and 5 cancel, and 4 and 4 cancel. So what is remaining here? 3. 3 into 2, that will be 6, minus 6 into 8, that is 48, plus 15 into 2, that will be 30, plus 15 minus 2. Let us add the terms of positive first. So 30 plus 15, 45, plus 6, that will be 51, minus, because this 48 and 2 having the same sign, that we can add, that will be 50 here. 51 minus 50 will be equal to 1. This will be your answer. So this question I have taken because to show that how radical sign we can convert into exponential form. After that it will be not a difficult task for you. Okay. So students, I have completed nearby each and every questions of chapter number 1. If any question I found later, I will definitely take in the upcoming sections. Okay. Thank you.